Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming Channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series. Today we're going to be taking a look at the first of the normal raids released in patch 7.2. This is the Cruiserweight M1.
He's young, he's stylish, and he knows all the moves. The soul of the party and the king of the dance floor, Dancing Green. Are you ready to get down?
For Dancing Green, whenever you pick him up, he'll shortly jump to the center of the platform and begin to cast Do the Hustle. This is just going to do an AoE on the side of the platform that the sound waves are on.
Will the challenger be all right?
He's then going to do 2 snap twists. This again is going to create a sound wave on one side of the platform. And this time there's going to do 2 AoEs, and then he'll do a twist and an AoE on the opposite side. He'll then do a 4 snap twist, which is going to do the exact same thing. So 4 AoEs on the half of the platform that he designates with these sound bars, followed by 1 on the opposite side. It's just a little bit quicker, so you'll need to move quicker. Follows up with Deep Cut, which is his tank buster on both tanks. That is in a cone shape, so make sure that you're staying away from the tanks at this time. And he's then going to do Funky Floor. This is going to create 2 different patterns on the floor that you'll just need to alternate left and right, moving between them. You want to make sure you're standing on the black tiles and avoiding the orange ones. While this is happening, he'll also do Full Beat, which is going to do a group up circular AoE, so you'll need to group to split this damage. And then when it's done, he's going to follow up with Disco Infernal, which is just going to do a little bit of party-wide damage, and summon 4 spotlights that are going to move around the platform. Whenever you get a symbol above your head that begins to count down from 5, then you'll need to make sure you're standing in one of the spotlights at the time that it wears off. Otherwise, you'll be knocked up into the air and take significant damage. After everyone is forced to get into these spotlights, he'll do the hustle from the center of the platform, so make sure you're standing on the side that does not have these sound waves. And then we'll have 1 more spotlight where everyone will have to get in to avoid being knocked up. He then is going to cast Celebrate Good Times. This is just going to do party-wide damage, and you need to heal through it. Before casting Ride the Waves, this is going to create an AoE from the front of the platform that will have 1 opening available. It'll start to move from the north side of the platform to the south. After the 3rd time it moves, then it'll spawn another wave that will begin to move across the platform directly afterwards. There will be a 1 row gap in between them, so you can move in between as it's going across. Once the 2nd wave spawns, then he'll go back to the center of the platform and do a 2 snap twist. So stand on the opposite side of the sound waves for the first 2 AoEs, and then alternate to the opposite side to avoid the twist. And then he's going to follow up with a Celebrate Good Times, or just party-wide damage. He then is going to jump to the front of the platform and cast Ensemble Ensemble. This is going to summon multiple frogs to the north side of the platform. After this, he casts Arcady Night Fever. This is going to cause each of the frogs to begin dancing, and then they will hold their hand up either to the left or right. If you are looking at them, the AoE is going to happen on whichever side the frog's hand is up on. So for us, it started off that the first AoE for the Let's Dance is going to be on the right hand side. Then we got a double left, followed by a right, a left, a right, and then a double left. If the party can complete this without getting hit, by everyone getting a perfect groove, then you will increase the limit break gauge by a substantial amount.
to sleep?
He'll then jump to the center of the platform and then cast Frog Tirage. This is going to create 2 more frog dancers that are going to dance around areas of the platform. They can either go overlapping sectors in the middle where you need to move to the outside, or they'll go on the outside and you need to stay in the middle. While this is happening, he'll also cast 8 Beats, which is going to do a circular AoE on all party members. This AoE will happen after the frog AoE goes off, so you have plenty of time to spread out after the AoEs from the frogs disappear. He'll then do another funky floor, so make sure you're staying on the black parts of the tile, just alternating left and right to avoid them every time. During this, he's going to do a 2-snap twist. This is perfectly timed in between the AoEs from the floor. You should be able to move out of the AoEs and then move back on that side directly before he does the twist AoE. He'll follow up with a celebrate good times for party-wide damage. And then jump back to the center and casting Disco Infernal one more time. This time the Disco Infernal will start off with having to get into the spotlight immediately. And then followed up by avoiding a 2-snap twist. While you're repositioning to avoid the 2-snap twist, you'll need to watch out for the dancing frogs and reposition out of their AoE that they dance around the platform on. He's going to follow up with a 4-snap twist, along with summoning 2 more frogs. This time we had them dancing across the center of the platform, so we had to move to the outside corners, while also repositioning to get into the spotlights. He follows up with 1 more 2-snap twist. And then a deep cut tank buster. And then go back to the front, casting Ensemble Ensemble. So you just want to position yourself so you have clear view of all the frogs on the north side of the platform. Once they put their hands in the air, then you'll want to position yourself to avoid the first AoE. Again, we started off on the right, so we go left first. So we had an AoE on the right side, then the double left, 1 on the right, a left, right, and double left again. So if you're able to get that grooviness bar maxed out by everyone avoiding correctly, then that's how you'll get the bonus to your limit break gauge. I'll then do another Ride the Waves. So AoE from the north side of the platform. Gets to move across 3 times. The 4th one will spawn the next wave. And you'll move in between the 4th and 5th proc of the AoEs to avoid the 2nd wave. So then jump back to the center, doing a 4-snap twist. And then a celebrate good times for party-wide damage. We're then going to go into another Disco Infernal, and then another Frog Tirage. So right away, you'll keep an eye on the spotlights to get inside of. Afterwards, you'll need to reposition out of the AoEs from the frogs, while also avoiding the 4-snap twist. We'll then have a 2-snap twist to follow up. followed by another frog tirage, and then the spotlights where everyone will need to move out of the center and get into them. Follows up with a funky floor.
Fine moves.
While this is happening, you'll have the 2 snap twist.
The challenger rises again. Can they turn this around?
And then a celebrate good times to round it all out. And that should be it for Cruiserweight M1. I hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now I'll catch you on the next one.
The match is decided. Victory goes to the challenger.